Welcome, Virgo, to your December 2025 reading, and thank you for tuning into my channel. And Merry Christmas for December for those of you that celebrate Christmas where you are. Now, before I start, I'm just going to give you an introduction to this tarot deck. Now, if you are cross-watching and you've already seen another one of my videos for this month, you might want to fast forward this because it's the same story. But I purchased these cards on a trip to London. I went to London and to Europe, or to Paris anyway, and I wanted to get a little keepsake for myself, and I purchased this deck from a cute little astrology shop in London. And when I went in, I had so many options in front of me. There were so many tarot cards there. I love them all, and I could only choose one. A real Seven of Cups moment there. And so I closed my eyes in the shop and I said to my angels and my spirit guides, show me which deck is for me. And when I opened my eyes, they settled immediately on this deck, which is called Touchstone Tarot by Cat Black. And I just felt this sense of peace and calm just come over me, and I just thought, this is the deck for me. And when I got it home or back to my cousin's place, which is where I was staying, I looked at this deck and it was absolutely perfect. Not only did it have these paintings by grandmasters incorporated into the tarot symbology, this deck has an extra card, and that extra card is called the Happy Squirrel. And my cousin, who I was staying with, had a little puppy called Squirrel, and it was the cutest, happiest little thing in the world. And I just thought, how more perfect could this be? I literally saw some of these paintings when I was overseas, and they reminded me of some of the beautiful paintings in the National Gallery as well. It was just amazing. So I'm so happy to present this to you, and I hope you love it as well. But let's get into your reading. Now, wow, you start out December with some very fast energy here. You have got the Knight of Swords. This is really things changing, speeding, picking up very, very quickly. And you are going to be on the go, I feel, as well. This is like whirlwind kind of energy here in that Knight of Swords. And I think, jumping ahead as I always do, you have the Hermit card, which actually represents you. And not only that, you've got the Queen of Coins, or Queen of Pentacles, which I would normally read as a Virgo anyway. But I feel like the way you think, the way you communicate, your ideas, that is going to be quite quick as well. The way, you're going to be changing your ideas, your mind. You're going to be thinking about things in a completely different way as well. And so I feel like, anywhere where you've been feeling like things haven't been moving, and particularly the Hermit card is kind of one of those cards where we do retreat and we kind of do a lot of soul searching. I feel like this is absolutely changing for you. You're not going to be in that quiet zone for very long in December. And not only that, you've got the Ten of Wands here. Now, the Ten of Wands is that card of you really shouldering a heavy burden. You've been carrying this load for some time now, Virgo, and I feel like the Knight of Swords is saying, you're coming, you're at the end. This is changing very, very quickly. You're not going to have to put up with this burden that you've been carrying for very much longer, because like I said, that speedy energy of the Knight of Swords, it just quickens everything that is happening for you. And I really like that. The Ten of Wands is a real card of success in a way. And I feel like This could have to do with your work, your career, your finances, and possibly even your health for some of you. Just because you've got the Five of Pentacles right beneath that. So I feel that this is coming to an end here, but you have been successful in carrying this burden, Virgo. You have really, although it's been difficult, the Ten of Wands does talk about a difficult time, but you're at the end. You've achieved your goals. You've reached the end of your struggles, and so I really love that for you. And I feel like this. Look, you've got a lot of pentacles here. 4 out of these 8 cards are pentacles. So I feel like money has been a bit of an issue for you. But as I touched on that Hermit card, the fact that you're showing up here in a reading this twice is so powerful. You are really in control of things in December. And that Hermit card is that card of seeking enlightenment, of soul searching, of gaining wisdom, and then sharing it with other people. And often this is like on a spiritual kind of level, but it can be anything. But if you think about the hermit and what a hermit traditionally does, they go off on their own into a mountain cave and they meditate and they speak to their angels and their spirit guides and they get those downloads, and then they come out and then they share that with the rest of the world. They share their knowledge and they mentor. Now, in the Hermit's lantern here is the star, and the star is that card of hope, of faith. So I feel for a lot of you, you are really delving into possibly even a spiritual based career. Just because you have so many money career cards here as well. So, and I feel like if this has been ongoing for some time, or you've been trying to gain enlightenment for some time by, through carrying this heavy burden, that is what is creating that enlightenment almost. You're getting the answers that you seek, it's almost like a karmic kind of energy that is coming forth here. You've worked hard, now karma perhaps is in your favor. But it's interesting here now, some of you could potentially be getting married. Not only do you have the Queen of Coins, but you have the King of Coins. This is a divine couple, and the Four of Wands is a marriage card. Now obviously this isn't going to apply to everyone, so take what resonates here. But the fact that you have the King and the Queen of Pentacles, what a great couple. The King of Pentacles is someone quite powerful. I mean, all kings are powerful, but they are, I would normally read this as a Taurus, by the way, but it's a general reading, so Taurus, Virgo like yourself, or a Capricorn here. But the King of Pentacles is someone who is great at building their wealth. They are wonderful at running businesses. They are usually a boss or a CEO of a company. And this can even talk about you becoming a CEO, getting a promotion, getting a raise, building your wealth, starting your own business. This is a very generous person as well, but wonderful, beautiful partner to this Queen of Coins, which is you. This is someone who loves beauty and enjoys to surround themselves with beautiful things, works really hard. I mean, both of these are hard workers, and they put a lot of energy and effort into not only their job, but themselves, their home, their family. They're the sort of person that does everything. They are the person that looks after the family, nurtures, cares for them, goes to work, gets the kids off to school, cooks the dinner, does the gardening, does the cleaning. You know, that they do everything. But the fact that Virgo, you are showing up twice in your reading. I think some of this attention needs to be on you in December. You really need to turn the focus on yourself, and hopefully you will be doing that. Now, that Five of Pentacles, as I was saying, this is a card of challenges in terms of your finances. You may have been struggling, or there may have been a sense of lack or being left out in the cold here. And you know, Pentacles are all about your money, your career, but they also talk about the physical, your home, your excuse me, I breathed in some saliva, excuse me. Oh my goodness, coughing there, and of course I don't have a drink. And this can talk about your physical self as well, because they all are about the physical. So as I mentioned, you could be feeling unwell or struggling with some illnesses here in December. But like I said, I feel like you're coming to the end of this. But and the fact that, you know, there's two Virgos showing up here in this reading, I feel like you're going to put some energy and effort into healing this, because this is a card of asking for help. You know, the story of this, you see these two people, they're in rag clothes, you know, they're torn, they're old, they're unwell, they're outside in the cold, and they're begging. In a traditional deck, you would see that, but they are standing out. If you can see that beautiful stained glass window there, they are standing outside of a church, and all they need to do is to go inside and ask for help. There will be people there. They can get solace, they can get warmth, they can get charity, they can get everything they need inside, but they need to go in. They need to do something, and you do too, Virgo. You need to ask for help here. Don't feel like you are on your own. You absolutely have support by those around you, you know. And look, don't get too caught up in the star signs either. These can represent any person really in your life with these particular qualities. So you have people here that can support you. But I feel like there is absolutely a new lease on life in December with this Ace of Coins. This is such a wonderful card. I absolutely love it. I'm a Capricorn, so I feel you, Virgo. I'm an earth sign. I understand. And so Capricorns love the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new source of income, a secondary source of income. This is almost like a gift from God, but it's a new beginning in, as I mentioned in this card, Pentacles can represent your physical self as well. It's a new beginning in terms of you too. So you are really shifting and changing the way you think about certain things here. Absolutely. You know, and as I mentioned, that Knight of Swords, a lot of new energy coming in, fast moving energy, new thoughts, new ideas. Really, really love that for you, Virgo. But yeah, it's the Ace of Pentacles is just such an extremely positive card, and it just promises an inflow of abundance. And sometimes it's quite unexpected as well. And you know, we tend to think of abundance referring to financial prosperity, but that's not always the case. It can come in the form of money, but it can also show up in your life as desperately needed assistance. And like I said, if you are needing help with anything, your health, your home, your career, whatever it is, ask for it. I feel like it's coming in. There could be even a brilliant new idea coming in here for you that you need to act on. You know, a person could come into your life that introduces you to other people that just can lead to success. So, you know, it's just a card that that's wonderful. And like I said, it can talk about career advancement, it can talk about a business contract, and most importantly, it can even talk about improved health, which is really good. But that Four of Wands, wow, this is a celebration. Now, often this can, like I mentioned, can talk about having a beautiful wedding. But it's you setting up your home or setting up a stable environment for you, not only yourself, but your loved ones, your family, your friends. It's just a wonderful, wonderful energy there in that four. All fours are, stable energy, and it's. I feel like it's your work that has been rewarded, and whatever you've been putting energy and effort into, whether it's your own business, whether it's your career, whether it's work on your home, whether it's work on yourself, I feel like there's a sense of comfort, of abundance, of peace, and it's also a promise of a joyful life, Virgo. I feel like the fruits of your labor have really been acknowledged, and as deserved, you know what I mean? Your efforts have been appreciated. And I think, like, financially, you could be in December feeling a sense of stability here coming back, particularly if you have been struggling financially in any way. But yeah, it is that card of getting married, starting a family, building a home. And look, if you're past the age of having babies, this can even talk about you having fur babies that come into your life, getting a pet, or setting up a home for all of those things that I mentioned, yourself, your family, your friends, all kind of that stuff. But it's also a time where you really need to express some gratitude in your life as well for the wonderful people that you have, and also your angels and the universe as well. Just remember that, to express some gratitude there. Now, I'm so sorry I've gone on for so long. I'll quickly get some clarifying cards out here for you, Virgo. Whoa, I'm gonna get them. This always tends to happen. You've got the page of swords there. Very interesting, the page and the knight. Now, this is very Aquarian energy, so this could relate to an Aquarian in your life, but it's a general reading, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius here. It's youthful energy, and this is, again, swords are all about the mind, the intellect, your thoughts, your ideas. So there could be some discussions that you have with someone that are kind of very direct, very clear cut, non-emotional, just intellectual. Now, this can also talk about messages like official news, contracts, legal documents, lease agreements, wills, anything like that. So there could be a discussion going on here with one of these people that is showing up here. But look at this. In that lot that came out, you have the King of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles again. So 3 kings. This is very powerful. Kings are the leaders, the rulers. They delegate. They are in control. So I feel like in terms of your finances, in terms of your passion, your creativity, even your spirituality in a way, you are in control here. And you are really asked, when that King of Wands comes out in a reading, to really make sure that you outline all of the activities that you want done in December. Write them down, write lists, write what you need, and then make sure to put that into action, because this is absolutely a card of action and getting things done. And again, if this is to do with your money, your finances, getting all of that in order, you absolutely will. And not only that, you have another ace. Wow. New mind, new body, new ideas, new way of communicating. This is the sword of truth. And not only that, it is the sword of victory. I love that for you, Virgo. This is clear head, clear mind, new ideas, and just really great kind of energy there. Now, you've got the Tower card. You have the Six of Swords. All of these came out in that clump that came out, and I always take them because I feel like they are always significant. The Star card, the Ten of Wands again, and then the Queen of Pentacles again. So, wow. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so I pulled out 9 cards came out, and out of those 9 cards, 3 of them you already had in your initial 8. I mean, I have to say this all the time. There are 78 cards in the deck, and as I mentioned in this deck, in the Touchstone Tarot, there are 79. Yet the same cards continue to come out both times. I mean, you just can't believe it sometimes. I do. It's amazing. But that Tower moment, I feel like something really did happen in your life that was quite shocking and quite unexpected. And if that brought upheaval into your world, I feel like you are absolutely leaving that behind. You've got that Six of Swords, and you are moving forward to calmer shores, not only in December, but I feel like this is into the new year as well. And, you know, the Star card, I mentioned that the Hermit had that little, he's holding the star in his little lantern, and now you have the Star card. What a beautiful card of success, of wishes coming true, of having faith. You know, I always say if you can drill down this card into one word, it would be faith. Have faith that things are going to work out for you. You know, this burdensome time is over. You are at the end here. You know, you can see, particularly in this card, the little village in the background. It's this person has carried that load to the end and has made it. You know, like I said, it's success. And if you are still on the road, you feel like you haven't come to the end of things yet, that Knight of Swords is saying it's absolutely coming. And the Star card is that wish come true. Have faith. I feel like if you've been wanting something to come to an end, my goodness, it is. But that Queen of Pentacles again, I mean, you are doing this. You are really changing the way you think, the way you proceed, the way you do things in life. You are taking control and making some real changes here. This is all about you. Absolutely so powerful here for you, Virgo. I love it. Now let's get that final card from the Now I Understand Oracle deck. Travel. Pack your bags. It's time to move or take a trip. That's interesting that Knight of Swords can actually talk about travel as well. Usually travel by air. So you might be going on a trip somewhere. So that is a really nice message, particularly for Christmas time. I mean, you might be going to see some family or some friends there, but I really love that for you, Virgo. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful new year as well. Now, if you would like a mini reading from me, all you need to do is leave a donation. There's a little button. It's got thanks with a $sign in a heart below. Any amount is okay. Then in the comment section, write a question or what you would like me to focus my reading on. I will film it just like I'm doing now, and I will leave a link in response to your comment, and you will be able to click on that link and it will take you straight to your reading. Now, I had people leave donations for me and they didn't leave a comment. Now, I don't know, maybe they didn't want a reading and they were just donating to my channel, but I did a reading anyway, and I get an automated message with to say that a donation's been left. So I left the link attached to that, but I can see they didn't come back and view it. So I don't know if you were going to be able to see that. So excuse me, I've got the hiccups now. So you will be able to see it if you do leave a comment and I respond to that comment. You'll be able to see the link and you can go to it from there. So have a wonderful month again, and I hope to see you in the new year. Bye.